Paris, the city of light, renowned for its beauty, romance, and rich history. But beneath its charming facade lies a world of mystery and the unexplained. Welcome to our journey through the paranormal history of Paris. In this video, we will explore haunted landmarks, eerie legends, and spine-chilling ghost stories that have haunted this city for centuries. So, light a candle, sit back, and prepare to be transported into the shadowy corners of Paris. Paris is a city that has seen centuries of history, from Roman times to the modern era, and with this rich history comes a plethora of ghostly tales and paranormal encounters. The stories we'll explore range from ancient legends to modern-day hauntings, each adding a layer to the city's mysterious allure. Whether you believe in the supernatural or not, the tales from Paris are sure to captivate your imagination, and perhaps even make you question what you thought you knew about this iconic city. Our journey begins in ancient Paris, known as Lutetia in Roman times. Even back then, the city was shrouded in mystery and superstition. Early residents spoke of spirits haunting the banks of the Seine River, where many met untimely deaths. As the city evolved, so did its ghost stories. In these early days, the pagan rituals and Roman beliefs blended with local Gallic superstitions, creating a unique tapestry of myths and legends. The Seine River, in particular, was believed to be a dwelling place for water spirits known as naiads, who were said to lure unsuspecting souls into the depths. With the spread of Christianity, these tales were often reinterpreted, but the underlying fear of the supernatural remained a constant presence in the lives of Parisians. During the medieval period, Paris was a city of narrow, winding streets and towering cathedrals. Superstitions ran high, and tales of ghosts and supernatural beings were common. One of the earliest recorded ghost stories is that of the White Lady, a spectral figure said to wander the streets searching for her lost love. Medieval Paris was also a place where the boundaries between the living and the dead often felt tenuous. The practice of burying the dead within churchyards and near holy sites meant that tales of restless spirits were common. The Church of the Innocents, one of the city's largest cemeteries, became infamous for reports of ghostly apparitions and eerie lights. These stories served both as moral lessons and as a means to explain the unexplainable in a time of limited scientific understanding. No exploration of Paris's paranormal history would be complete without a visit to the catacombs. Beneath the bustling streets lies a labyrinth of tunnels and chambers holding the remains of over 6 million people. Many believe the catacombs are haunted by the spirits of those whose bones lie there, with numerous reports of ghostly apparitions and strange sounds. The catacombs were created in the late 18th century as a solution to the city's overflowing cemeteries. The bones were transferred from graveyards to this underground ossuary, where they were arranged in macabre displays. Visitors to the catacombs often report feeling an overwhelming sense of unease, hearing whispers or seeing shadowy figures darting through the dark corridors. Some even claim to have been touched or pushed by unseen hands. The sheer number of souls interred here makes it one of the most haunted places in Paris. Even the iconic Eiffel Tower is not free from supernatural associations. Legend has it that Gustave Eiffel himself haunts the tower, alongside the spirits of workers who perished during its construction. Visitors have reported seeing shadowy figures and hearing unexplained noises late at night. The Eiffel Tower, completed in 1889, was an engineering marvel of its time. However, the construction was fraught with accidents, and several workers lost their lives. Over the years, visitors and staff have reported eerie experiences, particularly in the upper levels. Stories of strange lights, disembodied voices, and even sightings of Gustave Eiffel himself add to the tower's mystique. It's said that those who died during its construction still watch over the structure, ensuring it remains standing. The Louvre, once a royal palace, is another hotspot for paranormal activity. From the ghost of a monk who roams the halls to the mysterious Red Man who is said to appear before a catastrophe, the Louvre's history is as haunted as it is rich. The Louvre has a long and storied history, dating back to the 12th century. It has served as a fortress, a royal palace, and now a world-renowned museum. Its tumultuous past has left it with numerous ghost stories. One of the most famous is that of the ghostly monk, who is often seen wandering the halls, perhaps a remnant of the time when part of the palace served as a monastery. Another chilling tale is that of the Red Man, a spectral figure who appears as a harbinger of doom. According to legend, his appearances precede significant disasters or changes in the Louvre's history. One of Paris's most famous ghost stories is that of the Phantom of the Opera. While many know it as a work of fiction, it is inspired by real events and sightings. The Opera Garnier is said to be haunted by a ghostly figure who roams the underground lake and hidden passages. The legend of the Phantom is rooted in the construction of the opera house itself. During its building in the 19th century, a subterranean lake was discovered, adding an eerie element to the opera's foundation. Various incidents during the construction and subsequent performances, such as mysterious accidents and unexplained noises, fueled the stories. Some believe the Phantom to be the spirit of a disfigured man who lived in the opera's depths, while others think it might be the restless soul of an opera enthusiast who died under tragic circumstances. Marie Antoinette, the ill-fated queen, is believed to haunt the Conciergerie, where she was imprisoned before her execution. Visitors have reported seeing her spectral figure and feeling an overwhelming sense of sadness in her former cell. The Conciergerie, part of the former royal palace and now a museum, was a key site during the French Revolution. It served as a prison for many of the revolution's most famous victims, including Marie Antoinette. Her final days were spent in a small dark cell, awaiting her fate. Today, visitors claim to see her ghostly figure, dressed in her royal garments, often accompanied by a deep sense of sorrow and despair. Some even hear her weeping or catch glimpses of her walking the corridors, forever trapped in her final moments. Versailles, the opulent palace of the French kings, is another location steeped in ghostly lore. The ghosts of Louis XIII and Marie Antoinette are said to wander the gardens, reliving the final days before the Revolution. Many have also reported sightings of ghostly courtiers and eerie sounds, echoing through the grand halls. Versailles is not only known for its grandeur, but also for its haunted history. The Petit Trianon, a small palace within the grounds, is particularly notorious. In 1901, two English women, Anne Moberly and Eleanor Jourdain, claimed to have experienced a time slip where they saw apparitions of Marie Antoinette and her entourage. This event, known as the Moberly-Jourdain incident, remains one of the most famous paranormal occurrences linked to Versailles. Additionally, other visitors report seeing ghostly figures dressed in 18th century attire, hearing distant music, and feeling sudden drops in temperature. The plague of 1348 brought death and despair to Paris, leaving a lasting mark on the city's collective memory. Ghostly apparitions were frequently reported, believed to be the restless spirits of those who perished during the epidemic. These tales contributed to the city's dark and haunted reputation. The plague devastated Paris, killing a significant portion of its population. Mass graves and hastily constructed charnel houses became common sights. The living were haunted not only by the fear of disease, but also by the presence of the dead. Reports of ghostly figures wandering the streets at night became widespread. These apparitions were often described as gaunt, skeletal beings, thought to be the souls of plague victims seeking rest. The Church of the Innocents, where many victims were buried, became a focal point for these eerie sightings, cementing its reputation as one of Paris's most haunted locations. The French Revolution was a time of turmoil and bloodshed, and with it came a surge in ghostly encounters. From the spectral figures seen near the guillotine to the restless spirits of revolutionaries, Paris during this period was rife with paranormal activity. The Place de la Concorde, where the guillotine was set up, is said to be haunted by the spirits of those who were executed. Witnesses have reported seeing headless figures wandering the square, as well as hearing the eerie sound of the guillotine's blade. Additionally, the Tuileries Palace, which played a central role during the Revolution, is haunted by the ghost of Jean-Baptiste Lully, a court composer who died from an infection after accidentally stabbing himself in the foot with a conducting staff. His spectral presence, often accompanied by faint music, adds to the palace's haunted reputation. World War II brought its own share of ghostly tales. The Nazi occupation left a scar on the city, and many believe that the spirits of those who suffered and died during this dark chapter still linger. Modern accounts tell of ghostly soldiers and mysterious lights appearing in historic sites tied to the war. One of the most haunted locations from this period is the Montmartre Cemetery, where many resistance fighters and civilians were buried. Visitors have reported seeing the apparitions of soldiers, both German and French, wandering the grounds. The Hotel Meurice, which served as the headquarters for the German military command in Paris, is also said to be haunted. Guests and staff have reported strange occurrences, such as doors opening and closing on their own, footsteps echoing in empty corridors, and sudden drops in temperature, all attributed to the restless spirits from the war. Local legends and folklore are an integral part of Paris's paranormal tapestry. One of the most enduring legends is that of the Red Man of the Tuileries, a ghost said to appear before disasters. Witnesses describe him as a short, red-clad figure who brings a sense of dread. The Red Man's origins are believed to date back to the time of Catherine de' Medici, who built the Tuileries Palace. According to legend, the Red Man was a butcher who was murdered on the orders of Catherine de' Medici and buried in the gardens. His vengeful spirit is said to appear before significant events, such as the French Revolution and the fall of Napoleon. His sightings are often accompanied by a sense of impending doom, making him one of Paris's most feared specters. The ghostly carriage of Henri IV is another chilling tale. According to legend, the carriage, driven by a headless coachman, appears on the streets of Paris, foretelling the death of a king. This eerie vision has been reported by numerous witnesses over the centuries. The legend of the ghostly carriage is linked to the assassination of King Henri IV in 1610. It is said that the king's spirit, along with that of his loyal coachman who was decapitated during the attack, still roams the streets of Paris. Sightings of the spectral carriage are often reported near the Pont Neuf and the Ile de la Cité, particularly on stormy nights. Witnesses describe the carriage as a dark, ominous vehicle that appears out of nowhere, its ghostly horses galloping silently through the night. Paris is also home to countless urban legends that continue to captivate and terrify. From cursed objects to haunted houses, these stories add to the city's enigmatic allure. One such legend is that of the vanishing hitchhiker, where a ghostly figure is said to disappear from vehicles on the Pont Marie. This urban legend has been told for decades and involves a mysterious woman who hitches rides late at night. Drivers who pick her up report that she asks to be taken to a specific address, only to vanish before reaching the destination. When drivers inquire about her at the address, they are often told that the woman died many years ago. This tale, like many others, taps into the deep-seated fears and superstitions that have long been a part of Parisian culture. Modern paranormal investigations have shed new light on the haunted history of Paris. Equipped with advanced technology, investigators have captured compelling evidence of ghostly activity. EVP recordings, thermal images, and unexplained EMF spikes have all been documented in some of Paris's most haunted locations. One notable investigation took place at the Palais Garnier, where investigators recorded strange noises and captured images of orbs and shadowy figures. These findings have intrigued both skeptics and believers, adding to the opera house's haunted reputation. Another significant investigation occurred at the Père Lachaise Cemetery, where numerous EVP recordings were made, featuring voices responding to questions asked by the investigators. These modern techniques have provided a new way to explore and validate the ghost stories that have been passed down through generations. Paris, a city of history, beauty, and the supernatural. Its haunted landmarks, chilling legends, and ghostly apparitions paint a picture of a city where the past and present intertwine. As we conclude our journey, we reflect on the stories that continue to haunt this city, and the mysteries that remain unsolved. These tales of the paranormal are not just ghost stories. They are a testament to Paris's rich cultural heritage and the human fascination with the unknown. Each story, whether it be a ghostly sighting or an eerie legend, adds a layer to the city's character, making it a place where history and mystery coexist. As we end this journey, we encourage you to keep an open mind and perhaps even explore these haunted sites for yourself. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of Paris's paranormal history. We hope you found these stories as fascinating and chilling as we did. If you have your own experiences or know of other haunted places in Paris, share them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe to OK Dreamlight for more spine-tingling tales from around the world. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the unknown. Silent night falls now. Stars